Hey guys, Carlos from Real Tees Fishing. Today we got a quick little video. It's going to be something that's going to help you out. If you are searching this video, obviously you have this issue going on. So a lot easier than what it looks. We are going to replace this seal. It comes as a all-in-one. Sometimes they'll sell you the inside piece, and the inside seal, it has one on the inside and one on the outside, as well as an O-ring if you were to get the kit. But buy it already with the metal adapter. That way all we're gonna do is take off the old one and slip on the new one, and you'll be back on the water. So stay tuned and let's get to it. All right, so when it comes to the Seastar hydraulic steering, on the engine side, the seals that fail are usually these right here, and it's usually caused by a nick on this, right? So you're gonna inspect it, make sure. Sometimes they just go bad over time. You'll spring a leak. If you're springing a leak from here, which is what we got going on today, we're just gonna remove that and replace it with a new one. To take this seal off, we're gonna need to take this off and this off. Now this piece right here tends to get really stuck, and if that's the case, you're gonna need a puller, and they sell tools made just for that. If that's the case, make sure you get that puller, or with a couple taps you could try to get it out. But you don't want to damage this rod right here. This has to be nick free. It cannot have any gouges in it, because it'll mess up your seal. And the same goes for the other side. So on the other side, we got the same thing going on. When you do these jobs, you start taking off these bolts. I've taken this off before to replace some different parts, and every time you do these type of jobs, we're down here in South Florida, we deal with a lot of salt water. I always, I can't stress it enough, always, guys, marine grease. Don't put anti-seize, marine grease. Woo! Nice. All right. Well, we got that part out. Ideally, want to cover this with a rag. I knew I really wasn't going to hit it, but cover it with a rag while you're hitting it. I just use a really long extension. Kind of marred this up a little bit, but I don't have the proper tool, so it worked. Piece of wood will work too. Wood is actually better because it won't damage anything that the wood hits like a piece of metal will. But desperate times call for desperate measures, and we got it done. So let's continue. This is the pin wrench, so you can see. Once again, put something along this so that you don't mar it, but I'm hard-headed. That came off pretty easy. This is the fun part. In this scenario, you could try to save it, right? You can try to save some of this oil. In my case, I want to put off fresh oil, so I want to put off fresh fluid back in, so I'm not gonna try to capture it, but you will have fluid loss here, which if you're at this point, you already lost plenty of fluid. So that's what she looks like. You know, we're going to pull that one out. So this little white piece, it's kind of beveled, right? So it's smaller on this side, a little bigger on this side, kind of guides it in. You need that so that you don't damage those seals. You damage those seals, you'll be leaking again next time you're out. So let's go ahead, grab some oil, some of that fluid, just rub it on some of the let's put some on the threads. And we're going to slide it right back on, just like that. So at this point we can remove this, right? I like to start it by hand. When you remove this one, make sure that the O-ring that is back here has come out, because if you leave that O-ring by mistake inside of this housing, now when you put this one on, you're gonna have double O-ring, and you're gonna create an issue where you're gonna have a leak. You're not gonna really understand it until you take it all off again. So that's just a little tip. Thread it by hand so that you don't have more chances of damaging the rod. Now, I inspected this. I don't feel anything, so I'm not gonna go ahead and sand it down. I don't feel anything that'll cause a nick. Remember, you're not killing this thing. You're just tightening it on there. Highly suggest you wear goggles, glasses, some gloves. But I'm part Neanderthal, so safety second. So we've gone ahead, we already put on the seal. Now, I'm gonna use the Yamaha grease. Do not put anti-seize. You will be a very not happy camper when it's time to take this off. And I'll make a video on why I don't like anti-seize. But we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna remove all these little washers. We're gonna remove all this. We're gonna coat all of this in a nice thick lather of marine grease, so that the next time we're not dealing with the troubles that we dealt with today, trying to get that piece off. And now that piece sometimes doesn't even come off. That piece sometimes doesn't even come off. So let's get very generous here with all of this. Why? Because we don't want to do this again. We want it to be a 15-minute job, not a 2-hour job. And if anybody knows anything about telling the wife, yeah, this is going to be a 15-minute job, well, you just set yourself up for a couple trips to the hardware store and possibly a full day of your best swear words, your best, basically the best version of you. So yeah, I don't want to do that. So I'm going to throw this on. Alright, we got that on. It's tight in here. Sure is tight in here. That's okay. My viewers will understand. It's hard to be a one-man show here. So I apologize if the angles aren't great. If half my leg is in the picture, I'm trying. But when you're dealing with all kinds of fluids and oils and your hands are dirty, oh man, can't even wipe your face sometimes. Yeah, it's not the funnest, but we get it done. And we're back out on the water. On a boat, right? It's gonna be the best fun you've ever had, said someone. And I'll leave it at that. Because I will say, I have a blast on my boat. But I don't recommend it for everyone, I'll tell you that. Okay, so that part is done. As far as the part that goes on the motor, which is the steering cylinder, one of the glands, we've gone ahead and replaced it. That goes, what you saw in this video goes for both sides, either side. If you want to replace them both, it's basically the same thing. If you were to remove the entire shaft out of the cylinder, keep in mind that you would remove both glands on both sides, one on each side, and in the center there's a piece, it's plastic. You want to be very careful not to break that. If you break that, you're gonna be in a world of hurt, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if they sell that. You might have to buy the whole steering cylinder assembly. So just go ahead, be careful, take your time, use wood, use rags to protect the cylinder, and at the very least, get it done. So I hope this video helped, kind of showed you how it's done, what to expect, and now all there is to do is go to the helm side, fill it with fluid, bleed it out, and we're back on the water. So thank you for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe. Everything helps. I'm a one-man show here, so I try to pump out videos as I get things that go wrong on my boat. But if you have an idea, if you have something that's bothering you or troubling you, put it in the comments. I'm going to try to help you out. I try to help everybody out as much as I can. If I don't know, I'll let you know I don't know. If you're looking for parts, I can normally find the part number and send it to you. I try my best to help out, but again, I'm a one-man show, so give me time, and thank you for watching.